She is considered as queen of media nowadays.
Thank you.
I welcome Chef Pankaj.
Thank you so much, Mazza, for that lovely introduction. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here in Abu Dhabi and share some of our culinary delights from India with you. What I am going to do today is modern Indian food. So it's taking a traditional foods to maybe a more international presentation. That's all to it. The flavors remain very truly very Indian. So I'm sure all of you have had butter chicken, the most famous Indian dish, and also the paneer makhani, which is a vegetarian version wherein we instead of chicken use paneer, that is our local cottage cheese, one which any human can make at home very easily. So I'm just going to recreate that in a very different way. And to begin, I'm first going to prepare my makhani sauce, and for the makhani sauce, I am taking about a cupful of water over here, to which I will add 1 onion and 3 tomatoes which have been roughly chopped. To this, I'm also going to add a handful of cashew nuts, three cloves of garlic, and a 2-inch piece of ginger which has been roughly chopped. Now this I will set to boil, and once my tomatoes are pulpy and nicely done, when they are soft, then I am going to add to this a little butter, some cooking cream, tomato puree, and then I am just going to blend it in the mixer. Right, thank you. While this is happening, for a very nice garnish, I am going to do pickled red chilies. These are fresh red chilies, so I am going to do an instant pickle with them. So these are your hot peppers which have been sliced fine, not very fine, slightly on the thicker side, say about 1/4 centimeter thick. I also have with me some white vinegar. So I'm taking about a cupful of white vinegar, to which I'm adding about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I discovered that the salt here in Abu Dhabi is slightly saltier than the salt we get back in India. Maybe the sodium content is a little higher, so I have learned to use it with discretion over here. And then I'm looking for my sugar. Did you put it on that side? Yes, thank you. To this, I'm also going to add 4 teaspoons of sugar. So whenever you add sugar to anything that is already hot, it takes the heat quotient up a little. So adds on to the kick that the heat gives you. Of course, you have the vinegar there trying to take care of your heat levels. So this will cook in vinegar, sugar, and a tiny bit of salt for a few minutes till some of the heat is lost. So on one side, I have the basics of my sauce being done. Once again, I have the onion, the tomatoes, the cashew nuts, the ginger and the garlic cooking together. On the other hand, for the pickle, I have the red chili sliced being cooked with sugar, a teeny bit of salt, and some vinegar. And now I move on to the third element of my dish, and I'm going to do cottage cheese quenelles, the paneer quenelles. So what I have over here is some Indian paneer that has been grated very fine. Right? So can you give me a mixing bowl, please? To this, I'm going to add a bit of ricotta. Thank you, Chef. So I have about 2 cups of grated paneer over here, to which I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of ricotta. Nice heaped spoons. Some salt to season this. I also have over here dried fenugreek leaves. In India, we know this as kasuri methi, but this is dried fenugreek leaf. It's available very easily across India and Pakistan. So this is one which has been slightly broiled to bring out the more intense flavors, and then it has been crushed just using my hands. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon over here. Along with this, a little bit of pepper goes as per your taste. And I also have over here some hung curd. This is basically yogurt that has been hung in a cheesecloth for about 2 hours, so that I have a nice thick consistency like this. I add this. This will add a little tartness to my quenelles. And this I'm going to mix in very well. So the ricotta in there is going to give my paneer a little creamier texture. The yogurt, the hung yogurt, will give it a little tartness. There is of course the salt and the pepper to season it. And for a flavoring, I have over here crushed fenugreek leaves. And my secret ingredient, a teeny weeny bit of sugar goes in everything salty that I make. So everything savory has a pinch of sugar, and everything sweet has a pinch of salt added to it. What this does is it helps to enhance the flavors better. That's my grandmom's secret, by the way. She's the one who told me that whenever you're cooking, anything savory that you're cooking, add a pinch of sugar to it, and anything sweet that you're cooking, add a pinch of salt to it. So that's the reason you add a pinch of salt to your cakes as well, to bring out the flavors better. Now this done, I'm going to shape tiny quenelles out of this. And to give it a richer taste, you could also add a little butter or a little cream to this. That will make it taste a little richer. So I'm going to take 2 spoons here. Similar spoons. And then I'm going to shape quenelles out of it. Like this. Simple. No rocket science involved there. Simple 2 spoons coming together, saying hello to each other, and then giving me a beautiful shape. Should this not come out very neat, you can definitely add a tablespoon of cream to it to make it slightly smoother. Yeah. Now this will help it to become slightly more that's it. Much better. Quenelles like this, and while I get busy doing the other things, I'm going to request chef to prepare the quenelles for the tasting plate, right? And give me some also later. Right. A quick look at what's happening over here. For the sauce, I have the tomatoes, the onions, the ginger, the garlic, and my cashew nuts cooking. Now, how long do I need to cook this? Around 30 to 40 minutes, or till the time my tomatoes are not mushy, and the ginger and the garlic also lose their raw flavor. That's it. That's about it. I've already added a bit of salt. I'm also going to add a little bit of red chili pepper powder to this, right? I'm using Kashmiri red chili powder for the simple reason that It's not very high on heat, but it has a very nice flavor, a slightly smoky flavor, and it gives a good color also. To this now, I'm also adding some ready-made tomato puree. Why this along with the tomatoes? Because this will give it a nice thickness and a better color also. So about 2 tablespoons of the ready-made tomato puree going in there. And I also have over here with me the caraway seeds. Now these caraway seeds come in at a later stage so that they don't cook for too long. So about half a teaspoon of the caraway seeds as well. The chili is also coming along very well together. Now what do? This is cooked or nearly cooked, and I'm going to take it off the flame. And to this, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. This is unsalted butter. You could use salted butter, but then you need to moderate the salt you're adding to the sauce. Along with this, about a 1/4 cup of cooking cream, and all of this goes into a blender, and I blend it into a very smooth puree. That's about it. That's my makhani sauce, the basic curry sauce ready, and of course the secret ingredient that my grandma told me comes back in play, and this time a generous helping to take care of the tartness of the tomatoes in there. Right, so now I'm going to send this to the kitchen so that they can puree it and bring it back. Chef, can we do it? Right. So my pickled chilies also seem to be almost ready. If you can stew this at a very low flame for about 20 to 25 minutes, so much the better, and then allow them to cool down. मुझे अंदर से ना बास्टिंग ब्रश ला दीजिए. Chef, can I have some of this stuff? So I have this curry sauce ready over here, all done. As I told you, everything that I added to it, tomatoes, tomato puree, onions, ginger, garlic, all of it going in with some salt, a tiny bit of pepper, a little bit of red chili powder that of course you need to add according to your taste, and my secret ingredient, the sugar. Now what next? The sauce is ready. To this, I've added some of the crushed kasuri methi. In this, the fenugreek leaves, which is what gives it that peculiar flavor, the characteristic flavor, the earthy flavor. And now, to put it on my plate, and then my quenelles. Chef, नीचे पहले थोड़ा सा वो डालिए. Yes, the sauce, and then we'll put this over that. Chef, can you give me one spoon again? Can you give me another spoon to finish this and keep this? And some of the mixture over here that I may, Yes, can I have the mixture here? Thank you. my pickled chilies to go on top. Some coriander. Now, coriander is big time used in India. So, you could use mint for a fresh flavor, but I would like to use coriander for the simple reason that we use it very often in India. For almost everything, coriander is a mandatory garnish. A sprinkling of some kasuri methi on my plate. So that's my Paneer Quenelles with the makhni sauce over here. Okay, over there. Oh, I didn't know you could see it there. Thank you so much, Mr. Cameraman. So maybe you could remove this. सॉस ले जाइए पहले नीचे सॉस लगा के उस पे एक क्विनेल रख के फिर एक हाँ इसी तरह से रख के Right, I move on to my next dish and I'm going to do a fish with you. This is a crusted fish which goes with a Moilee sauce. Now this comes from the first dish I did was a North Indian dish, and now I'm going to the very tip of India. I'm going to Kerala and do the Moilee sauce from Kerala. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate my fish, and for that I have some humor over here. You can use just about any firm fleshed white fish, that will do the trick. Nice solid chunks is what I need. And these I am going to marinate with a sprinkling of salt and some lemon juice. Shift turmeric powder. Sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say? Did you say something to me? You need some corn. Corn. All right. The first time I'm hearing everybody tells me I need some lemon juice with my corn. The first time somebody tells me I need corn with my lemon juice. Good. That's the first one. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. A teeny bit of turmeric powder for that lovely yellow color, as well as some flavor. And I'm sure by this time the entire world knows what India knew for so long. Turmeric is antiseptic in nature. It also helps fight cancer. So it's almost there in all our dishes. Can't do without turmeric powder there. Thank you. So some salt, some turmeric, and some lemon juice to go on top. Rub this in. No, you won't. No, you won't. The chili is very, very, for an Indian palate, the chili is like, okay. You can miss out on the pickle maybe. You could give the pickle a miss. Yeah, the pickle is the one which is going to be really hot. The sauce, I think, is moderately hot, not very hot. Sorry. You want to have that? Okay. I'm going to move on to my next dish for the day. And as I told you, I am doing a fish with a Moilee sauce. sorry, baby, I don't have cone at all. But I can definitely share some mango mousse with you later. I'm taking some oil over here. This is for the fougasse that I'm going to do now. Two teaspoons of corn oil over here, to which I am going to add, this is some dal that I have, the white dal, and then some Bengal gram dal. These go for a nice tempering. And then I have some mustard seeds as well. I have some whole red chilies. And I also have some curry leaves to go in over here. Once everything starts to splutter, I'm going to add some finely sliced onions to this. Cook the onions till they are translucent. A little bit of salt to help all this of onion to cook a little faster. Yes, the curry leaves will smell very nice. So as the onions start to cook, I'm going to add in a little bit of turmeric powder again. To this I'm going to add sliced tomatoes. A little bit of water to help this cook. Just wait for a few minutes for the tomatoes to get a little tender. And while that happens, I'm going to get another pan for myself, chef. Yes. And I'm going to do a cabbage fougasse. The curry leaves, the dals that I've added, they all smell so beautiful. This one maybe? Whichever starts working. Yeah, this one has come on stream. Right. Doesn't matter. Zaiqa. Okay. Thank you. Now, as the tomatoes turn a little tender, I'm going to add to this some coconut milk. An entire can goes in there. Some more water. Bring this to a simmer. And allow the coconut milk to take in some of the flavors of the curry leaf, the dal, the mustard seeds, everything that I've added over here. And now in this pan, I'm going to do the fouga. So I'm taking about 2 teaspoons of oil. And as the oil heats up, once again, the same ingredients for tempering as have been used now. And I'm going to add to this some dals, the chana dal, the white dal, the urad dal that is, some mustard seeds, some curry leaves, we allow these to splutter. And as the dals turn a nice golden color, I have over here some shredded cabbage with me, and I'm going to add in some cabbage to this. Some salt to help it cook faster. तो शेफ थोड़ा सा वो कर दीजिए, धीमा कर लो उसको थोड़ा सा. Chini with more, I want a nice color. All I need is my cabbage to go a little tender crisp. That's it, that's about it. A quick taste test of the sauce that's cooking here. Oh, I could definitely do with a little more salt. And now, to this slightly tender, crisp cabbage that I have, I'm going to add some fresh coconut that has been freshly desiccated. We allow this to cook for a little more time, say another 3 to 4 minutes, for the coconut to release all of its flavor here. Chef, give me another ladle to stir this in. एक pan भी चाहिए. I need another pan also for the fish. Here, a little bit of turmeric powder, more turmeric powder to give it a better color. There, my cabbage fougasse is also done. I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon juice. चाहिए non-stick pan because I'm going to do the crusted fish. Yes. There's my Moilee sauce ready, and this is my cabbage fougat ready. And now it is time for us to finish the fish. Oops, that's hot. And now with this fish that has been marinating, what do I do? In a plate here, I'm going to take some white sesame seeds, some black sesame seeds, and to this I'm going to add some chili seeds, just a few, not too much, otherwise the heat will go up very high. You can skip this, of course, should you wish to. I'm going to crust one side of my fish, the skin side, and this, like this. That's it. So this will give my fish a very nice nutty flavor as the sesame seeds will grill along with the fish. A little bit of oil on my pan, and I wait for my pan to get hot, as in really nicely hot. Could you get this cleaned and bring it back immediately? So I wait till my pan is nicely hot. Thank you. Chef, can we have all of this removed? No, just leave the coriander leaves over here and you can remove the remaining. Yes, let that be. I'm going to ladle some of the sauce here at the base of this plate. There was a small ring mold we had inside. Ring mold, a cutter, the big size one, the round one. And now, the other side down first. वो जो बड़ा वाला रिंग मोल्ड नहीं था, रिंग कटर, द बिग रिंग कटर. big one. Now I wait for the undersides to cook, the undersides to turn white, and when it is cooked halfway up, I'm going to turn this so that it can cook on the other side as well. Chef, can you pass me a fork, please? Thank you. I want most of the cooking done on the underside because I don't want to grill the side which is crusted too much. Slow cut. Did you get tongs for me? Tongs लेके आए थे भैया? हाँ, okay, thank you. Right, that is grilling beautifully. That's coming along beautifully. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a bed of the fougat that I have over here. The coconut and cabbage fougat. Over this, I'm going to put one beautiful piece of nicely grilled fish. Yeah, this seems to be done. Just a quick sprinkling of some more lemon juice on top to add a little lovely tartness to this and also a freshness. Maybe a sprig of coriander or mint, whatever it is you like. Back home, I would be using a fried curry leaf to go on top as a garnish. So there you have a Moilee sauce with a cabbage and bean fougat, sorry, a cabbage and coconut fougat with a crusted fish on top. Chef, can you get me another plate to take this out? Plates, yes. इसे निकाल दीजिए तो हम यहाँ और डाल देते हैं. हाँ, ये लीजिए. And I'm going to move on to the third dish. Of course, no meal in India would be complete without a dessert to go by. And we Indians are very fond of mangoes. We wait all year long for the mangoes to come in season. So I'm going to do with the mangoes a very simple homemade dessert that almost every housewife does at home in Maharashtra is something called a Shrikant. It's made out of hung yogurt, to which sugar and cardamom powder is added for a flavoring. I'm going to take it just a little notch higher. I'm going to give it a flavor of mangoes, and I'm also going to add to it some whipped cream and some mascarpone so that it would hold itself beautifully. Can I have that mixing bowl? Okay, we'll take it there. No, I'll come over there, that's all right. Baki ingredients, if you could get over here. Now here in this mixing bowl, I'm going to take about half a cup of mascarpone cheese. Chef, can you please pass me the hung yogurt from there? Thank you. Oops. Seems to be acting a little funny. Press it. Nice, thank you. Another one, thank you, Chef. Oops. Tufan aaya. No, it's a storm brewing up here at the kitchen. And about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Cinnamon powder. Half a teaspoon of cardamom powder, and then I'm going to blend all of these together till they are beautifully blended. You might have to taste this to balance the tartness of the hung curd that you have over there. So you might need to add sugar. You may like to take it up a notch up. You know, if you have a sweet tooth like I do, or we Indians like our desserts to be sweet because they are supposed to be sweet. They're not supposed to be passably sweet, no. So with that, let me not forget my secret ingredient once again, just a teeny bit of salty in here because this is something sweet that I'm doing. To this, I'm also going to add some. This is mango pulp that I have over here. It's about a cupful of mango pulp. Blend these in again. And now to this, I'm going to add some whipped cream. It will make it a little easier for me to handle it that way. Whipped cream. Chef, where did you put the whipped cream? Up here? Okay. Yeah. And I'll need the spatula as well. Spatula. To fold this in. Now, I'm not going to whip this in. I'm just going to fold this in so that it doesn't lose its volume. There it is, all nicely folded in. I have some remaining over here which I'm going to put in a piping bag, maybe to just garnish it on the top. Chef, could you get me a glass please to help me fill this up? Any glass would do. That's all right, chef. I managed it. Without the glass also. And now, ideally to present this, I'm going to use some shot glasses. Excellent. And I have here another piping bag with me. Chef, I would also need these scissors. And this, I'm going to fill my mango. The mango Shrikant. This is just to make my job a little easier, that's all. Short glasses वहाँ रखे हुए दे दीजिए. No, those smaller ones. Yes. Can you all please remove everything other than this? Did you get me the scissors, chef? Thank you. Tap it a little to settle down, help it. Yes, that way. And now to finish it with some fresh cream on the top. Ideally, this should be going into the refrigerator for say about 2 hours time till it sets. Chef, can you please pass me the chopped pistachios we have over there? On that side, yes. Thank you. My mango Shrikant shot glasses. Chef, you can maybe take this and finish it. So that was my little class for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for such a patient presence over here. I really appreciate that you took out half an hour of your precious time to stay here with me and maybe learn a little with me. I hope you enjoyed what I did today. I hope you also enjoyed the tasting session. In my class tomorrow. Today's class was more about Indian food with a little, twist to it, presenting it in a little different way. But tomorrow's class is going to be pure Indian food from the land that I come. I come from a city called Lucknow, which is famous for its kebabs and biryanis all over. And there is a fight or a very healthy rivalry going on in India between the two cities of Lucknow and Hyderabad, both claiming that the biryani that they do is the best. So I come from a city where food has been refined to what I would say to another level. It is a more refined cousin of the Mughlai food otherwise. And all the recipes that were created by the Nawabs of Awadh, as Lucknow was erstwhile known, were created not just by the chefs who were known as the rakabdas, but also by hakims, that is doctors who worked along with him. So there were special recipes for summers, special recipes for winters, and not just different seasons, but also for different parts of the day. So there were breakfast recipes which were very different, and it has a very rich non-vegetarian food culture. No? And the kebabs are something that people swear by. And I have seen in so many restaurants here in Dubai also and in Abu Dhabi also, chefs claiming that they come from Lucknow and trying to sell food in the name of Avdi food. Unfortunately, never a good match to it. So I'm going to try and recreate some of the Avdi delicacies tomorrow. Hope to see you again there with me at 8 p.m. Thank you very much. Hello everybody, I just finished a class here in Abu Dhabi at the International Book Fair, and I had some beautiful people here trying to